Hello and welcome to this grammar class. We're going to look at the noun classes and the our. Before it was moi, nowadays it's our, or feel free to just call it the way we want, depending on the people that you meet. Take a look at few of the nouns you've learned so far. Marekani, wa Marekani, mean Americans. Mtanzania, wa Tanzania, which means Tanzanians, Tanzania or Tanzanians. Mwanafunzi or wanafunzi, which means student or students. Mtoto or watoto, which means child or children. Mjukuu or wajukuu, which means grandchild or grandchildren. And mwalimu or walimu, which means teachers. Do you notice any patterns in all of them? All of the singular forms begin with and the plural begins with wa. That because of all of these nouns belong to the same class, and surprisingly called the mwa. Nowadays it's called our. I'll show you why later. A noun class is a category of nouns that are linked by form and sometimes also by meaning. You can tell them from the examples that the mwa class includes humans, and in fact it also includes such other living beings as animals and insects. Nouns belong to the same class function grammatically in the same way. For example, the plurals in this class are formed by replacing the with wa. There are other aspects of grammar that behave differently depending on class, but we'll get to all of that later, piece by piece. For now, just be aware that Swahili noun class are divided into 8 classes, the first of which is the mwa class, denoting people and other animate beings. We're going to look at the demonstrative of that class. Demonstratives are the words we use to point to people or things. For nouns of the mwa class, the demonstratives are huyu, which means this, hawa, which means this, yule, which means that, and wale, which means those. These demonstratives are only used with mwa class. You learn the others as you learn more about the noun classes. Examples in sentences. Huyu ni Ali. Yule ni Lela, which means this is Ali, that is Lela. The next one is huyu ni mwalimu, which means this is a teacher. Wale ni Ali na Lela. Wale ni Ali na Lela, which means that is Ali and those are Ali and Lela, like the two of them. Those are Ali and Lela. The next one is hawa ni baba na mama. Hawa ni baba na mama, which means these people you see here, these are mother and father, which means these are my mother and father technically. The next one, hawa ni wanafunzi. Hawa ni wanafunzi, which means these are students. The next one, wale ni watoto. Wale ni watoto, which means those are children. Those are children. Let's look at the possessives of the our class. Possessives which show ownership or belongings are words like my or your in English. In Swahili, possessives are formed by taking a possessive root and adding a prefix depending on the noun class. Let's start by learning the possessive roots. 1. Angu, which means my. In plural is etu, which means our. The second person, that's what the first person. The second person, ako, which means your in singular. In plural, enu, which your in plural. In the third person is ake, which means his or her. The plural of the third person is ao, which means their. The mwa possessive prefix is u, wa, which is w, for both singular and plurals. So the possessives are wangu, which is my, wako, which is your, wake, which is his or her, and so on. Here are some few examples of mwa nouns with possessives. Here are a few examples of mwa nouns with possessives. Notice that the possessive follows the nouns, unlike in English. The first one, hawa ni watoto wangu. Hawa ni watoto wangu, which means these are my children. The second one, yule ni mwalimu wetu. Yule ni mwalimu wetu, which means that is our teacher. The next one, hawa ni wazazi wenu. Hawa is a question. Hawa ni wazazi wenu. Hawa ni wazazi wenu, which means are these your parents? Are these your parents? The next one, hawa ni wazazi wetu. Hawa ni wazazi wetu, which means these are our parents. These are our parents. The next ones, wale ni watoto wao. Wale ni watoto wao, which means those are their children. Those are their children. The last one, mume wake anasema Kiswahili. Mume wake anasema Kiswahili, which means her husband speaks Swahili. Her husband speaks Swahili. As you've learned, actually, already I've seen the possessive in jina lako ni nani? What is your name? And jina langu ni Ali, which means my name is Ali. As you can see, the possessive prefix for the noun jina is lil, because jina is not in the mua class. You learn the other noun classes gradually as we continue. In the next class, we're going to look at the negation of the present tense, and I'm hoping to see you. Until next time, bye bye.